What does it mean to be a crusher? It means the best way to predict your future is to create it. It means time spent improving is never wasted. It means an investment in knowledge pays the best interest. It means quitting is never an option. I can do all this through Him who gives me strength. For we live by faith, not sight.
How you guys doing?
At Bishop McCort Catholic High School. Witness the difference.
That's a good idea. That's a good idea too.
What does it mean to be a crusher? It means the best way to predict your future is to create it. It means time spent improving is never wasted. It means an investment in knowledge pays the best interest. It means quitting is never an option. I can do all this through Him who gives me strength. For we live by faith, not sight.
How you guys doing?
At Bishop McCort Catholic High School. Witness the difference.
Good evening, Crusher fans. You're listening to the Crusher Sports Network from the Ohio State University, the Cavalli Center on the campus of Ohio State. Tonight's varsity wrestling match features the home team, the Graham Falcons, and right now we're in between the middle school match and the varsity match, and Graham is going to have their senior night, and we have some guests that will be coming up and joining us from the Falcons here very shortly. But tonight we have the Graham Falcons, which is the home team, the home squad, versus the Crushers of Bishop McCort, the visiting squad. Bringing you tonight's action, yours truly, Ralph DeMarco, along with our analyst Steve Cochin from Bishop McCort and Chad Lensman from the Graham Falcons, and of course our good buddy, the producer of all this, Ian Lipinski. And we welcome you to the Dream Team. The Stream Team, and I'm going to bring my good friend Steve Cochin onto the stream, and then we're going to chat it up with our head coach, Howard Forrest. Steve Cochin is our wrestling analyst for the Crushers this evening, and he's a three-year letter winner at Conemaugh Township High School, the Indians, a state qualifier his senior season. All-state 2002 at 119 pounds, and I think he's only up to about 130 now.
I wish, Ralph. Metabolism slows as you get older.
In college, he wrestled unattached for Clarion University. He's coached junior high at Conemaugh Township for 2 years, varsity at North Star 1 year, Conemaugh Township 1 year, Westmont 3 years, and Bishop McCort 1 year. And now he's heavily involved with Divine Mercy, the elementary program, the last 4 years, and he teaches AP Biology, Anatomy, Physiology, and Biotechnology at Bishop McCort Catholic High School. Steve, welcome to the stream this evening.
Thanks, Ralph. This is Wow, what a place!
Oh my gosh,
This is designed for wrestling.
oh my
It's
gosh,
nice to see.
It's fantastic, and we're going to bring in our head wrestling coach, Howard Forrest. Howard is his third season as the Bishop McCort varsity coach. Wrestled for Horseheads High School in New York, a 5-year starter on the varsity level. Wrestled for Binghamton University in New York, a NCAA qualifier twice, a 2-time collegiate all-state wrestler, team captain, and a club coach in North Carolina for the Crew before moving to Pennsylvania. And Coach Forrest, welcome to the stream.
Hey, thanks, Ralph. How you doing today?
We're doing fantastic. What about this facility, Coach? Have you ever been here before, Coach?
Yeah. We came over here for a weekend. We didn't get to see any wrestling take place in it and stuff, but we came over kind of for a training weekend a year and a half ago, something like that. But yeah, it's an amazing place and awesome facility for wrestling, like Steve said. Set up perfectly for it.
Well, Coach, your thoughts on the season to this point before we get into talk about your keys to the match this evening?
Yeah. We've done. It's been a really good season. It's been very challenging for our guys. We've gone to Ironman tournament, which is, I would say arguably, but I don't even know if it is, the top tournament in the country for high school wrestling in season and stuff. And we ended up finishing in 5th place there, half a point out of 4th. So we did great there, and ended up, I think, with 5 or 6 place winners and stuff like that. So we did really good there. And then was at a tournament last weekend in Indiana, not Indiana, Pennsylvania, which only been a half hour away, but in Crown Point, Indiana, where it was about 7.5 hours away. And I think there was about 16 teams were there, 7 of them ranked in the top 50 in the country. And we finished just out of 1st place, ended up taking 2nd there. Didn't have Mason with us, unfortunately. But we did great there. Had 5 champions, 4 other place winners and stuff. So we had 9 guys that placed out of our 11. So we did really well there. Represented PA really good there as the only Pennsylvania school and stuff. So and then had a couple duels that we've kind of wrestled really well and came out victorious and looked good. So.
And Coach, to be honest, if Ironman isn't one of the toughest, you're going to Powerade next week. So,
Yep.
What can you tell us kind of about Powerade and also the Laurel Highlands Championship coming up? These are kind of Laurel Highlands is brand new for this year. Going to be a lot of good wrestling going on there. How do you see your guys setting up for both Powerade and the Laurel Highlands Championships?
Yeah. I think we're going to do really well there. Powerade, like you said, is one of the toughest tournaments in the country. I think it's right up there in the top 5, maybe even top 3. You got teams from pretty much about every state, coming over there, and a lot of really, really tough prep schools and stuff. So it's one of those ones where it's a 2-day tournament that's a real grinder and stuff, and you got to be aggressive and you got to go out there and get on your attacks if you want to, be standing on the podium at the end of it for sure. And then Laurel Highlands is going to be a really cool tournament for our guys. Something we've never participated in before, being pretty new here. But it's a bunch of teams that we won't see, maybe very much during the regular season, especially in a duel. So we will get to see them there at the individual tournament. So that'll be a fun one for our guys to be able to go at and kind of represent McCort at.
So, Coach, let's talk about tonight. This is St. Paris Graham, and again for the non-wrestling crushers out there that are listening, this is the top dog and has been for a very long time.
Yes.
In Ohio. Has had some really, really talented athletes come out, including David Taylor, an Olympic champion.
Yeah.
How do you guys see yourself matching up with St. Paris Graham?
I think it'll be a really tough matchup tonight for us. But I think we have really tough guys in each of the weight and stuff. We're kind of lacking 1 or 2 of the weights and stuff, so we'll be kind of giving up a forfeit there. But I think the matchups are going to be really good. You're going to see a lot of really tough matches. Like you said, St. Paris Graham has been around and is a staple in Ohio State wrestling to represent the state as a whole, and on the state level and then outside on the national level. And it's kind of funny because being originally from North Carolina, I used to bring my 2 boys, Jackson Jameson, up to Jeff Jordan's state champ camp quite a bit when they were in elementary and middle school, and so we used to go to their school and wrestle, and for a camp during the summer or during the springtime for a weekend and stuff. So we've kind of known about them forever. So it was really something to be able to, wrestle these guys, at the Cavelli Center this year. It's really kind of a really special thing.
Coach, I have a couple weights circled here. Definitely the 44 pound, 57, 65, 75 really is kind of the keys there in the middle to upper. We've seen some of these guys though throughout the season now, both at Ironman and they were also at the Carnahan Invitational.
Yeah.
So we have had some matchups, and it's tough. You start seeing guys 2 and 3 times in a season.
Yeah.
Walk us through that progression when you start seeing guys repeatedly.
Yeah, it does. It does. You get a little bit more familiar with each other, especially coming from different states, different programs, different styles that you might wrestle. But yeah, once you see a guy that, that second and third time, and we've kind of had a few matchups where we've kind of beat them a few. They've beat us at a couple of them. So it makes it a little bit tougher, is what's going to happen that next one, that second time, that third time, wrestling him and stuff. So it'll be interesting. I think some of those is going to kind of help determine, which way the duel goes in favor, whether for the Falcons or for the Crushers.
I couldn't agree with you more, Coach. Looks like your guys are coming out on the mat, so we're going to get you down there, let you do your job, and we're going to bring on some St. Paris Graham representation onto the Crusher Sports Network. We're glad to be here with them as well.
Yep.
Thanks, Coach, and good luck.
Thank you very much.
Thanks, Coach. Take care. Yep. Well, we're getting the gentleman, the head coach, and our analyst from the Graham Falcons squared away in their headsets. I do have some shout outs that we'd like to give here this evening. We want to give a shout out to Sunshine Jill. She's back there. I don't know if she's cooking chocolate chip cookies. I have no idea what she's into, but we love you, Jill, and we miss you, and God bless you. And of course, my counterpart on the stream team, Jeannie Feather's not with us today, and I don't know if she's at Jill's house cooking or if she's making steak sandwiches. I don't know what's happening over there, but Jeannie and Jill, we love you guys. We miss you, and God bless you, and Merry Christmas, and I'm sure you guys will be watching. And with all of that being said, and of course we want to many thanks to the Ohio State University for making it possible for us to be here. We're going to bring some representatives on from the Graham Falcons. Chad Lensman is the Graham Local School Superintendent, and he's going to be a hockey analyst along with Steve Cochin, the Steve hockey analyst. Wrestling analyst this evening on the Crushers Sports Network. He's a 2000 Graham graduate, a state qualifier, 4th place, 1999 Ironman, AAU folk style, AA 2000, Kent State University wrestler, Urban City Schools assistant wrestling coach, 2009 to 2014. And Chad, welcome to the Crushers Sports Network.
Hey, it's great to be here. We just appreciate the opportunity to come and share, and looking forward to some great wrestling tonight.
Well, with that being said, the head coach for the Graham Falcons, Jason Knott, is also going to join us here in the pregame show. He's a Graham Local Schools assistant coach, 2015 to 2022. And obviously, he is now the Graham Local Schools head coach, 2002 to present. Jason, welcome to the Crushers Sports Network.
Thank you, sir. Glad to be here. Honor to meet you guys.
Well, Jason, Chad, you jump in here wherever you got some things you want to ask Coach. That's great. But, Coach, your thoughts on your season to this point?
The season so far, it's with us, it's always a building process. We go to the Ironman tournament. We just got back this last weekend from the Carnahan tournament. Those are two of the toughest tournaments during this time of the year. Really looking forward to get these guys rolling against Bishop McCort tonight. Obviously, two very, very historical programs. Maybe Bishop McCort hasn't had a team for that long, but the student athletes that they have on board now are some very talented guys. Graham being the historical program that it is, it's great to see these two schools be able to come and compete amongst one another on a platform like we have in front of us today. it's a pretty cool venue, and I hope these boys really embrace what's going to happen today.
Well, Coach, from your standpoint, and Chad, you jump in here. I mean, you wrestled for a lifetime. What do you guys think? What are the keys to this match this evening? They're just staring
Well,
at
I
each
think,
other. Okay?
you know, we joked earlier. I think it's just scoring more points than the other guy. But I think what we see here tonight, you're going to have two programs. They're going to go out and brawl. They're going to leave everything on the mat. And I think that's what it's going to take. You know, for us to come away with a win, I think we're going to have to win some close matches. And I'm sure Coach has that calculated down on what we need to do. You know, the biggest thing that our kids, you know, we're working for something like this every single day. And I think Coach can agree with that. You know, it's not about we're at the Cavelli Center, Ironman, wherever it is. We'll meet anybody, anywhere. Roll out the mat, and we'll be ready to go.
Coach?
Absolutely, I couldn't agree with Chad more, Mr. Lensman. We train year round. We're very hardened. These guys put in they log a lot of hours, and with those hours, there's a lot of effort. So as far as matchup wise, just like Mr. Lensman said, it's going to come down to really which wrestler wants to score more points tonight.
Well, I'd have to think that from what I know about you guys and what I know about McCort, sometimes both guys want it just as much. It just comes down to maybe a move here or a move there that makes the difference. I got to ask you guys, just for our Crusher fans out there that are listening to the stream, where exactly are you located in Ohio?
We're actually about an hour straight west of here, just off of it would be east of I-75, but about an hour straight west of here. Very small community, little village, 2 stoplights and a couple of gas stations and a grocery store. It's very rural. Just everybody's just one big family there.
Well, I come from a town where you have one more stoplight than we did, so.
Yeah, it's small. We have, you know, there's not a lot to do besides wrestle. That's what we do. You know, the kids, you'll see a bunch of our youth kids running around here, you know, and that's the way the process works. Our youth kids look up to our middle schoolers and high schoolers and set the stage and get them hooked. You know, they're running some of the same intense practices, working their way up, you know, to hopefully give Coach some really good wrestlers once they get to that high school level. Yeah, so we're about 45 minutes between Dayton and Columbus. Pretty small, but well on the map when it comes to wrestling.
Well, I appreciate all you guys have done to make this happen. I know you guys worked with our administrative team, our principal, Tom Smith. A great venue. Going to be a nice crowd here for high school wrestling, and I'll be shocked if we don't have more than a few listeners on the stream. And Coach, thanks for joining us, and God bless you, and I wish you all the best after tonight.
I appreciate you, sir.
Thank you, Coach.
Holidays.
Good luck tonight.
Take care, Coach. Good luck. And Chad, you guys had an opportunity to have senior night with your seniors. You want to talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, so we did not have a home duel scheduled this year. So this was our closest duel match for our seniors. So we thought nothing could be better than, you know, coming to Cavelli. We got a great crowd here, and recognizing our seniors tonight. They put in a ton of work. You know, we were just talking to a few of them, and it goes by in the blink of an eye. You know, one of them, Eli Jackson, was just talking about, you know, thinking about, hey, I got 2 more years as being a sophomore, and then here we are sitting, and it's his first match back tonight. He's been out most of the year, injured right before Ironman, so it's going to be exciting to get them out on the mat, recognize them, you know, and I think we see more people rolling in. It's going to be an excellent evening.
Well, just for our listeners, the middle school match, which we were not streaming, and the final there was Graham 39 and McCort 23. And Chad, we congratulate you guys on that win, and some very competitive matches there as well for the young guys.
Yeah, those are great to see. Anytime you can see some 1-2 point matches that can go either way, you know, that's why our crowd's here. They want to see good wrestling, you know, and I'm sure that we're going to see some here this evening. But you can tell the type of wrestling that's going to translate to the high school level just during that middle school match. And I know how competitive McCort is all the way up. So, you know, just just seeing some siblings out there. I know some names that were on the middle school from McCort are going to be at the high school level as well. So I can't be more excited for about what we're getting ready to watch.
Well, we got Steve Cochin back on. So basically, for the fans here tonight, Ralph's in the middle, and he's not going to. They're both wrestlers. We're not going to let them grapple here up here on this level. They're not going to get any of that because I don't know.
I didn't weigh in this morning, so I'm not sure. I'm not sure where we're at right now.
I did not either, so that's not happening anymore. No more weigh-ins.
Well, I have a couple things I got to get to, but I ask both of you as the teams warm up. Let's go with you first, Steve. Your final thoughts as we head into this varsity match.
This is a match about bonus points. Okay, so we talked on the earlier streams about how we team score decisions, majors, techs, pins, all equating to different point totals. We have to get bonus points, and we have to not give up bonus points.
Chad?
So when we can,
I'm sorry,
we got
Steve.
to
I'm
get them. Chad's he's going to say the same thing.
Chad?
Yeah, actually that's like youth wrestling 101 when we come down to it, to where you're teaching your kids about a really good dual meet. You know, we're out there looking for 6, and we're saying, hey, if you're in a competitive match, you can't give up the pin. So, it's really trying to keep it close, looking for those big throws, or doing that extra mile to get that pin. That's what's really going to decide the match, because I do know we have a few open weight classes, and excited to see some that are going to get a few rematches in from the last few weeks. So I think these guys have studied each other, and they're ready to go.
Well, for Chad and Steve, we always say our sportsmanship prayer before any athletic contest at any level at Bishop McCort. And the sportsmanship prayer is all about let's compete, let's stay healthy, let's shake hands, and understand that it's just a match. It's not necessarily the end of the world, but I got 2 wrestling guys beside me, and I'm sure they've been in matches where it felt like the end of the world. But it's time for our sportsmanship prayer. Strong and faithful God, the giver of the fullness of life, as we come together for this contest, we ask you to bless these athletes, coaches, officials, and all gathered here. Keep these young people safe from injury and harm. We're going to finish that prayer after the national anthem as we go silent to respect our great nation. And I'm going to do the sportsmanship prayer again in all fairness to everybody. Strong and faithful God, the giver of the fullness of life. As we come together for this contest, we ask you to bless these athletes, coaches, officials, and all gathered here. Keep these young people safe from injury and harm. Instill in them respect for each other and reward them for their perseverance. Lead us all to the rewards of your kingdom where you live and reign forever and ever. Amen. And I have a couple of, we've got the list of sponsors, and I'm going to go through, and we thank all of those sponsors who support the Bishop McCort Catholic High School Crusher Sports Network, Dr. John P. Walker Family Dentistry, the Laurel Auto Group, the Ann Harris Smith Foundation, the HF Lens Company, and the Allegheny Orthodontic Associates. And we have many more, and we'll get to them through the course of the stream. But guys, what's happening right now? So our listeners, they're watching, but you guys are wrestlers. What's happening right now? Jump in here, fellas.
We just took, just captains came to the center. So they do flip a coin to see who has choice, and then it alternates per match. Looks like we're going to start with Melvin Miller And Cam Mockbee at 152 pounds is what I'm.
57 would be, well, I think this is a forfeit at 150. Yeah, so this is a forfeit at 150. Our 150 hurt, may have tore his ACL and is out, could be out for the season. So
our Crusher fans out there, for that young man, how about some prayers, okay, so that
we appreciate that.
he's healthy and that he can find his way back to the wrestling match along the way.
Yeah, so now we have Eli Jack stepping to the mat, and then this will be his first match back for the season.
And again, Coach, we have a little bit of different weight classes in Ohio here than we do in Pennsylvania. So if you do hear us refer to those as a little bit different, we are wrestling the Ohio weights tonight, which is only fitting because we're here. We're in Ohio.
Eli Jax is a returning state runner-up at 150 pounds last year, currently ranked number 2 in Ohio at 157.
And he's taken on Devin Magro, the Brown commit. Devin's got almost 50 wins in his career now. And again, took 7th at Ironman and 1st at the Carnahan Invitational.
And on ahead inside single.
Again, when you get quality wrestlers, we're going to get in these situations a lot. Stalemate means no one's going to improve, so we're going to stand back up and get to our attacks.
Eli is also committed to Newberry to wrestle for the next 4 years.
Chad, you might be able to help me with the one official's pronunciation. I don't want to pronounce his name the wrong way. Chaz. Deshay and Scott Myers are your officials for this evening's match.
Yeah, two high quality officials, 2 of the best in the state of Ohio. So we're very fortunate this evening.
Again, both guys just battling here, hand fighting. No one's got to an edge or a corner here yet, but again, both very
good movement,
quick.
Great movement, good response. Feeling each other out right now, and that's we see a lot of that on that first period. Going out, figuring out where they're going to be, how they're going to be fighting, hand fighting for position.
A lot of respect for each other right here. You can tell. Neither one's going to put themselves in too much of an awkward position because they know the other will capitalize quickly. So,
yeah, Jax is a great scrambler, and he'll be ready to go on any shot. We'll just see if that gas tank's still there as we get into that third.
Devin's a little bit of a bull. He just kind of keeps his head in good position, and we end the first period here 0-0. So again, this is kind of important. It looks like it is McCort's
Graham's choice. Jack's taken down.
A couple of more of our sponsors of the Crusher Sports Network: Martella's Pharmacy, McAnini Brothers, Met's Culinary Service, Nico's Restaurant, and WJAC TV. Clash of the Titans. This was billed as the Clash of the Titans, and I believe that's what we're already seeing.
Yeah, I think that's a great description for this match, and something I'm sure all of our people online are excited to watch this evening. He's got the cradle locked up. Got the cradle locked up.
Tight, but he broke the grip.
2 near fall. Good fight from Jax there to break that lock. That was tight.
First points of the match, 2-0 for Magro.
He's got to work off that base. Back pressure up, work off that base.
And again, if coming back injury, this is where you just don't want to be. You don't want to be on bottom with someone who's tough on top and just grinding away as you kind of feel your lungs start to get heavy.
Yeah, you get a good top rider, it takes it out of you. I mean, you're sitting there fighting with all of your muscles while you're on the bottom. Everything's clenched. You're fighting like he's trying to put the bar in, looking for that tilt.
We're at the edge of the mat, though, so if he can get out, he can get a fresh start.
Yeah, he's got a friend there on the edge. There we go. Sometimes that's all it takes.
And again, for our non-seasoned listeners, that's what wrestlers do. It's mat sense, knowing where you are at all times, even in bad situations.
Something I want you guys to think about, and I like the weight classes. Like, Pennsylvania is a little bit different than Ohio. I'd like to talk about that as we go along. We're not in this moment because these guys are going to start wrestling again. But just think about that, your perspectives on those weight classes.
He's keeping his base.
40 seconds left here in the second period. Magro still on top.
Up, locking that cradle up again.
He laces that leg and then attacks the other side. It's
he's
hard
got that.
to defend both.
He droops over and up. He's got it. He's getting backs. He's roll.
Comes out
Jax
again.
rolls through.
Good.
Squares up. Get his one. Nope. He did get his one.
And then two.
And two. Let's see if he keeps it there. Officials are talking.
We're gonna have a little
Waved it off.
wow.
Waved it off. I don't think he did lose control at that point. That'd have been a pretty quick 1 and 2. 1 for the escape and 2 for a takedown. That has been waved off.
So we do have 2 sets of 2 near falls for Magro, now 4. And again for Eli, nothing there, but again, I think also the right call.
Our good buddy John DeFazio just texted me, said, looks and sounds good. So the wrestling looks good and the guys up here sound good. So we're off to a positive start.
Feedback's always good to get, that's for sure.
And for anybody that's listening or watching, we're open to constructive criticism.
Absolutely.
Any feedback you give us that can help us along the way, we appreciate that very much.
I think Jax has to go neutral here.
Yeah, I don't think there's a decision to be made, either top or neutral.
Yeah, I think he's got to go back to his feet. We'll see.
How is he on top?
He's a brawler on top.
Yeah.
I mean, he can work for the turn. It's just I don't know how much time we're going to be able to waste. Up there we go.
That's neutral now. Magro.
Now,
5.
did he score by a?
Yep, he got one escape
One
there.
escape
So
there.
we got 5-0.
Again, it looks like Devin's going to push the tempo. Again, which is if Eli's going to have a downfall,
there we go.
Going to be his tank.
Oh, we had the far near block there.
Boy, he attacked so quick. But again, Magro's hips just
looking to lock that cradle up again. I think you from a wrestling background, coming back,
It's
you
tough.
can wrestle all you want in practice until you start. Oh,
Magro's just doing a head pinch now and trying to get another set of back points.
there we go. Now we're trying to keep it under that major. A major decision would be 8-0. Looks like we're going to 7-1. He knows it. Got about a minute left.
And again, this is what we were talking about, these bonus point situations. Magro,
There, he's got
another
it.
takedown. Now he has a major, still has 50 seconds left. Coaches are going to tell him keep building.
Yeah, they're going to cut him.
But again, this is why our sport's great,
Yes,
because it doesn't matter.
you can finish it with one throw.
That's it. It could be over. Kind of in another scramble situation here. Magro looks to be still in control, but it is.
Oh, he's got it.
He's got a tilt
Yep.
on the edge.
Out of bounds. I'll tell you, I do appreciate wrestling a team that that continues to put their foot on the gas. Not riding out for the remainder of the match, cutting them, looking for more points. That's something we appreciate at Graham.
And we do have injury time here. It looks like Eli working on his right knee a little bit.
So let me ask you guys, like being a lay wrestling person who doesn't know as much as you two, so Ohio has different weight classes than Pennsylvania. So what's the theory there? Or is it just a preference of the state?
For Ohio, it's more they study the number of wrestlers who have been entered in specific weight classes. We just switched ours a few years ago, and I don't know if we're at the right ones or not. I don't know if there is a perfect mix of weights. You try to evenly place those wrestlers that are normally entered into a tournament, so as many wrestlers can be getting matches as possible.
When you get a chance, Steve, your point of view on the weight classes.
We have 20 seconds left here in the 157-pound weight class. It's still 9-1, but again, Jax is going to look for something big here if he can.
For Granby out there it is. Yep.
But again,
Kind of caught him there. Followed those hips, didn't quite get through. Looking for a final tilt.
So that went our 157-pound match. Magro wins that 9-1. So that is a major decision and 4 points for the Crushers.
14 points. That's a big one. That was a good match. First coming back. I mean, I think, that's something he's going to be able to build off of. Wrestling a quality opponent there. Didn't quite get it on a shot, but was able to open those lungs up.
I got to get a few more sponsors in here, gentlemen. Ameriserve Financial, Game Day Apparel, Bread Insurance, McElwain Bus and Charter, and of course, Beauty Lawn.
At 165, we're going to have Owen McMullen for the Crushers. And Coach, you want to tell us about?
Yeah, absolutely. This is Bryce Kohler. He's a junior, third at the state last year. Ranked number 1 currently at 165 in Division II in Ohio. He was 1 and 2 in Ironman and just got 4th at Crown Point, which he happened to wrestle the same wrestler at both tournaments.
There you go. So this is looks like McMullen has the 2-0 lead as far as matchups here versus Bryce. 6-3. Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, 6-3 and 5-2.
6-3 and 5-2. So this is going to be a good one.
Indeed.
Mullen's in on a single.
Fuller's blocking it off, looking to scramble out, gives up the 2. Obviously wrestling twice coming into this, I think they know each other and what they're looking for.
We were talking to Coach Forrest about that earlier. The more times you wrestle someone, the harder it gets to beat them.
Yeah.
You start to know each other's body language and just know what positions you're better in and not. And again, this should be a good one.
Yeah, these are the ones that are exciting to watch. These are the ones you really, normally pay an entry fee to come and see.
And again, I would be remiss if I didn't give a shout out to Owen's Aunt Melissa. She is streaming in from Tacoma, Texas. So Aunt Melissa, thanks for joining us. And I know Owen appreciates your support. About 38 seconds
Tripods
left
up.
in the first.
Looks for the switch. Gets his 1. Back to neutral. See if they look to push the pace here.
Little slide
got
by
about
attempt.
25.
Owen got in on a single.
Head inside.
There's going to be a scramble
Kohler's
situation
looking.
here.
Got the whizzer in.
Okay, what's a whizzer?
He's got his arm draped over his arm. It's kind of blocking him from finishing that head inside single. A lot of times you'll lock down on the ankle there too to block him off. Normally a stall call, or not a stall, but a stalemate will come from something like that, or a really good scramble.
And we have about 5 seconds left here in the first. Again, McMullen holds a narrow 2-1 lead. But again, both guys just really pushing the tempo, comfortable in a lot of positions, and again, that's what you do.
Kind of interesting, two different body styles for the 165
Very.
here.
Owen's the baby face assassin is what I call him. He'll probably yell at me in study hall for saying that, but that's okay.
Kohler looking to get the
Just
legs
make
in.
him do his work, Steve. He won't yell.
Kohler's in, has legs in, draped over top.
Looking for that power half. Getting a little.
Owen's
getting high.
good.
Got the reversal.
And again, in that position, high hips wins. Owen got his hips up and out. And Owen has a Turk now as well. He's going to try to use that.
Got the barred it up. Oh, quick stall call.
They
hit Owen for stalling. He had the ankle trapped.
So is stalling kind of an objective call by the officials, or is there parameters that they look for?
For the most part, it's objective. If we're in other states, that might not happen. So, Ohio seems to be pretty liberal with their stall calls.
Well, and again, I kind of wish that Pennsylvania would be a little bit more, just because it forces action. I mean, it does. We heard it in the junior high match. Referee said, guys, here's the center of the mat. This is where I want you to wrestle. And again, it just keeps the action moving.
Is it a safety thing?
It's more of just action. I mean, it's more, to me, a stall call is more for the spectators than anything. We don't want to sit somebody, watch somebody sit there on the leg for 45 seconds, and then just resting instead of actually pushing the pace in the match.
Now we're in that similar position here, and McMullen's in on a single.
Looking to scramble.
Boy, Kohler just turned the other direction, and that's tough.
That was good reaction there.
That's both guys knowing what each other wants to do right there again. Got 28 seconds left here in the second. McMullen has built a little bit of a lead here at 6-2. He's on top here.
Looking to bar that up. Possible tilt.
Again, the Graham wrestler sees where he is, seasoned. He needs a fresh start. He's going to get out of bounds. And
goes back for a whizzer.
So we're through 2 periods. McMullen up 6-2.
Team score: McCort 10, Graham 0 at this point in time, but it's very, very early in the match. We're on the third weight class, right?
Yeah, third weight class.
And I think Mr. Lipinski has a scoreboard on there for this match. So again, that is the team score that you're seeing, not the individual match score. So again, we
Quickly
appreciate.
cuts him right back to his feet. Got a 6-3 match in the third period, minute 45. Fuller's going to have to push the pace here.
Lots of time left, though. We got both wrestlers still look fresh.
Oh, going for the headlock. Missed it, slipped out. You know, the headlock is a little bit more of a surprise move, trying to sneak in there.
So now, look, when you say headlock,
head and arm.
I'm thinking of my brother trying to strangle the life out of me.
Yeah, they normally didn't have an arm. Yeah. Normally the brothers don't have the arm in, just the head.
But again, early still. We
Yeah,
still
there's
have a
time.
minute left. 8-4. But again, you can see both coaches just saying, push the pace, push the pace.
Yeah, I think you can see why Kohler's going to be on the top of that podium this year, and it was close last year here in Ohio. Just a solid wrestler, not afraid to take a risk either.
About 52 seconds left.
Nice reaction.
Owen's quick. Owen's got that low center of gravity. Super quick, though, and super athletic. Just a hard worker, too, in the room. But again, he's got to be careful because
working the underhook there.
Stop. He's going to keep coming.
Yeah, he's definitely not going to stop.
Got 30 seconds left here in the third period.
He's got to move. Up. Got 15. See a late match try to throw here, to be my guess.
McMullen goes double
now
unders.
He just goes.
Still in that same seatbelt position there. No points scored.
About 5 seconds left.
Again, solid match there
at
165 pounds.
Steve, I don't want to lose sight of, we were talking a little bit back about, and Chad mentioned about weight classes and your thoughts on weight classes. They seem to fluctuate from year to year.
I almost think they should look at these yearly or at least every cycle as far as what we do in PIAA. Again, you just want to get the maximum amount of kids on the mat. So I'm glad that they continue to look at it and continue to tweak them to try to maximize the amount of wrestlers we can get on the mat.
175, we have Gunnar Cramble. He's one of our seniors that we honored tonight. He was a state champ last year, runner-up the year before, signed to Air Force, 3-2 at Ironman. He was runner-up last weekend at Crown Point.
And we have sophomore Jackson Butler for the Crushers.
So this young fella's headed to Air Force.
Yeah.
God bless him.
Yeah. He's a pretty special young man.
We're going to bring up Air Force a little bit later in the match. It's a lighthearted thought, but we'll get to that in just a bit.
And again, Jackson Butler comes in with 18-9 career record. He's 6-4 this year. Again, starting to come on, getting in the starting lineup a little bit more this year. But again, really solid takedown there.
I think they did wrestle at Crown Point as well, with Gunner taking the 18-2 win, if I look correctly.
That is correct. And he was in the blood round at
Ironman.
Ironman.
Yeah, lost in the blood round 3-2.
Okay, what's a blood round?
You win if you win or lose. If you win, you place. If you lose, you go home with nothing.
Okay, so it's different than a dual.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Blood round is some of the most exciting matches you can watch at the NCAA.
State level, NCAA.
Yeah.
Anytime you can get a medal or not, guys will put a lot on the line. Looks like we got an escape there for Butler.
Yeah, Butler's coming to wrestle.
Gunner looks really, really solid on his feet right now. Just staying in good position. And for kids at home, both wrestlers, good positioning.
He's just a solid wrestler. I think position's key, and he goes out and models that each time. He's the same guy every time he walks on the mat, which is pretty awesome to watch.
Again, we got about 18 seconds left here in the first. We do have the St. Paris Graham wrestler, Gunner, up 2-1 right now on Jackson.
Got about 5 seconds left. Guessing a little tighter match than last weekend right now.
Yeah, I mean 18-2. That's tough to go back, but you got to hit the reset button and be ready to go.
Now, Chad, I don't want to embarrass you here on the stream, okay? But I assume that was your daughter.
Yeah, that was my daughter.
Isn't it amazing? She needed something from the concession stand, did she not?
Yeah, absolutely. Obviously, that was pretty important at this time. Mom's sitting down in the bleachers. I'm not sure.
What's your daughter's name?
Ayla.
Ayla, give Ayla a little shout out. It was funny because I have 2 grandkids who they think that my pocket is endless.
That was
okay.
it. Absolutely.
Well, the challenge here is it's cashless.
Yeah.
So you got to give them the card. That's a little bit of
it's a little dangerous.
Yeah. Yeah. Don't
looking for a throw.
Ralph's not allowed to have the card, just so you guys know.
Again, we're in a front headlock position here.
Looking to snap, or he's going to let it pop and go.
And he's up to a 3-1 lead here for the St. Paris Graham wrestler. Again, just looks solid.
Heavy hands, good position. I mean, that's going to win you a lot of matches.
Again, that transitions very well to the college level for him going to Air Force. Positioning and, just always being on the attack. And he's very calculated, it looks like.
Yes, that's for sure. And he's definitely going to be missed when he moves on.
Again, Jackson's got to get to an attack here. Try to at least get to a position to make him uncomfortable. But, again, it looks like that's going to be a tough task.
Yeah, it'd be nice to push the pace here for Gunner just to try to get some bonus points.
Jackson's in on a single, but again,
good defense.
St. Paris Graham wrestler just
lift that far arm,
down.
break that lock, get you 2. He's got a good fight here. Staying tight on that leg.
Got 10 seconds left here. Again, going to probably get into a scramble situation here again.
Got to break that lock. He's run out of time here.
And that will end the second period. 3-1 here in favor of the Graham wrestler.
And for our listeners, when you hear the announcements on the loudspeaker, that's our own Mr. Shellhammer, who was the announcer for all events at Bishop McCort, and we're glad he could make the trip out here with us today.
Whoop, caution. Looking to get that early jump.
Butler's got to make his move here really quickly. He does not want to stay down there too long against Gunner. I can see that already.
Yeah, he's heavy. He's got to work on breaking him down from here, though. Looking to get some backs, working up to those bonus points. Every point's going to matter here moving forward. Looking for wrist control.
Likes to ride that claw and just be heavy on the hands. Butler up to his feet.
Yeah, I think
Gunner with a good lift.
Looking for the locked hands, not there.
We have a stoppage here.
Got some blood time.
And I got a chance to send out some thank yous. Of course, thanks to Mike Bako, our athletic director, and Tom Smith, our principal, and our good friend Tim Hornick and John DeFazio. Those guys always help me with stuff and information, so we appreciate that. And of course, thank yous to Chad, who's joining us on the stream, his athletic director, Tom Milligan, and of course, their head coach, who joined us on the stream earlier. So, what are the parameters whenever there is a timeout like this, like a medical issue? Well, what would dictate that the match would not continue?
Well, if you couldn't stop that blood, I think we have 5 minutes of blood time. If you can't stop the blood in that time, you would forfeit the match or default the match out with injury. Or anytime, athletic trainer comes out, they can put a stop to a match if it's concussion. But for the most part, not many matches stop for blood because they will tape it up as much as possible until it's either just it's catching there with the tape wrapped around their head.
And we saw that in the middle school match. A crusher wrestler had to just go right around the head and cover the whole nose just so he could continue.
Oh, nice Granby.
Boy, he never awarded Butler one.
There it goes.
There it was.
3-2. Got 1:05 left.
Again, that was a close call.
Well, this is an exciting match. This is going to go down to the final seconds, I'd have to think.
Again, Butler looks fresh, but Gunner is just going to stay good head, hands defense, stay in the middle of the mat, and really challenge Butler to try anything.
Yeah, he just got to not make a mistake here, with 45. So no errant shots. You're not diving in at anything. He trusts his hips. He trusts his training. He knows what's going to happen next.
And Butler's got to push the pace. Got to get his hands on him, try to move him around a little bit. He's trying to do a shot reshot. He gets in on a single. He's in a little bit better position than last time, but again, he can't hang out down there with this kid.
Gunner's looking to score his 2 here. Crossface.
20 seconds left.
Crossface there. He's going to get this. He's not going to let that happen.
Some of those positions do not look very friendly.
It's uncomfortable at best, Ralph.
Yeah.
Uncomfortable at best.
You don't want to go there again once you've been there.
Yeah.
But again,
I don't want to get there at all. What are you talking
There's
about?
His 2.
Kudos to Jackson. I mean, Jackson hung on a lot longer than most people would have there. Great match there. Definitely kudos to the Graham wrestler. That was a good match. 5-2.
Great match. I'd say the McCort wrestler there would take that as a win. Bringing that back in. I'm sure they strategized coming into that match, talked on the way here about what they were going to do. That's just good coaching, and learning from a previous match.
And again, definitely, Gunner has the build. He has great positioning, and good luck to him next year at Air Force.
Team score now is Bishop McCort 13 and Graham Falcons 3. I'm going to try to get in a couple sponsors here, fellas. Joey Dell's 2001 Catering, Merho Federal Credit Union, Modern Art and Plate Glass, Westwood Floral and Gifts, and Footsteps Psychological Services.
We are at the 190-pound weight class. This is CJ Pensiero for the Crushers and
Chet Manier for the Falcons. Chet was a state qualifier last year, close to placing. He's currently ranked 5 in D2. He was 4-2 at Ironman. He also lost in the blood round, and 1-2 at Crown Point this last weekend.
Something happened there. I'm not sure what it was.
Went for his
Pensiero
ankle.
had a takedown. It was 2-0. He was riding and then just literally got off and grabbed his ankle.
Well, we're not medical professionals, and we do not speculate on what injuries, if they're serious or not. All we ask our Crusher fans and anyone who's watching on the stream, say a prayer for this young fella that it's nothing serious. Now, Coach, like you guys maybe while we got a timeout here, you mentioned like Division II. So how are the classifications in Ohio?
So D1 would be our largest school division, D2 our mid-sized school, and then D3 would be our smallest school division. They try to break them up evenly. There's a pretty big difference between your higher end D1s and the ones that just make the cut. We are about 15 kids plus on the plus side of getting into D2. So we could be looking at a possible D3 transition in the next, 2 to 4 years as we look at cycles again.
And Steve in Pennsylvania.
The state of Pennsylvania, it's 2 classifications. AA, which would be where we are currently in the smaller school division, and then AAA would be our upper school division. So yeah, just 2 classifications, and yeah, I mean it's interesting how every state does it a little bit differently. But again, it should be strictly based on the level and number of competitors for the different schools. Again, we are at the AA for this current season, and again, we'll see what happens from this point forward.
Yeah, so we've had the 3 divisions, and we've been D2 for years since our first state championship back in 1982. But we did sanction girls wrestling, and we added girls wrestling to our state championship at the same time. So our girls wrestle with the boys on the state championship weekend. We do have 4 mats out there. On championship Sunday, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, sanctioned girls sports, fastest growing sport in the nation. So Pennsylvania is also excited to bring that to our championship level.
Glad to see him back up on his feet.
Taped up his ankle, and he's rocking and rolling again.
Looks like he's going for the tilt.
Looked like he had some points there, but
that's got to get that. Got in bad position. Manier with the reversal. That could have been real bad.
2-2. Andy's got him in bundles.
Yeah, looking for almost
CJ's
a butcher.
In trouble
yeah,
a little bit here.
Yeah, he's got to walk it over. Block the head. There it is. I think he only got 1 count. Nope, he did get 2 counts. One of those counts in his head.
Pensiero is now on bottom.
He's going to drive it again. A big step. Drive that shoulder in the mat. He's going to get this.
Pensiero's in trouble with that arm bar.
That's tight.
Giving up some near fall points here.
He's got to want the pin here.
But he fights
off. That was a good fight.
6-2 match now in favor
he's going to run it again.
Chet.
If it doesn't work the first time, do it again. He's got 2 swipes there at least. Oh, that's going to get real tight. Reverse that half. Oh, that's it.
Yep.
That's it.
That is tight. He's got a second left.
Oh, and the time. Wow. Saved by the time.
So basically another 4 or 5 seconds, he might have got the pin.
Maybe not even. Maybe not even. That was really close.
There couldn't have been much air between his shoulder blade and the mat.
So now we have a 9-2 match. So again, now we're talking bonus points if the Graham wrestler can get above 8 here.
Yeah, I'd say McCord take neutral on that one.
Hey, I don't blame him. You get turned 3 times. I don't blame him.
Oh, smart man.
I'd just be running off the mat. I don't know about neutral. I'd just be finding an exit personally.
And again, CJ's a freshman, solid on his feet. So again, I'm not surprised. We'll see how he can do. It does look like he is favored that left ankle a little bit.
Goes for the cow catcher there. Oh.
CJ fights off.
He's going to be in trouble here. Oh, good recovery. Good recovery.
So it is 13-2 now, but he throws that bar right back in, bar and wrist.
Oh,
and he
little potentially dangerous. Potentially dangerous. Got to keep that arm on the back.
So, Ralph, we can also have stoppages anytime a referee believes that it could be potentially dangerous to a wrestler, in which he did there. But
yeah, it looks like our guy's limping on that ankle a little bit.
CJ injury defaulted, and again that injury default, we're hoping CJ's okay.
Yeah.
But again, that is
Prayers
6
for that
points.
young man.
6 points for Graham there.
So it's going to go to 13-9, right, gentlemen?
13-9.
The team score.
Yes, correct.
Yes. And for all those people watching the stream, a little prayer for the Crusher. He banged up his ankle a little bit. We hope that he's okay. Guys, you want to set this next match?
This is Marquise Gordon for the Crushers. He's 2-0 on the season.
Yeah, this is Danny Hoke. He's a freshman. Real solid wrestler. Comes from a lineage of uncles and good athletes in their family. So he's going to be excited to watch, for the next 4 years.
So we're talking about a dual meet coming down to 2 freshmen 215 pounders. I mean, this is
Whoop.
this is what it's all about right here.
He's solid, I'm telling you.
You don't normally have freshmen that look like this though in the lineup. That's a blessing for both coaches.
Yeah,
And I know Steve mentioned this for all those that are watching and listening to the stream. The score that you see on your screen is the team score, not the individual score. We'll try to keep you on top of the individual score as we go along.
gets the escape. No backs there on that throw, 2-1.
Just heavy going to that front headlock. Gordon's got to keep his legs. He can't back out here either.
Looks
Circles
for that
back in.
underhook. Tell you, Hoke's a really good football player as well, if you couldn't tell.
Yeah,
what that's going to look like in a few years.
Yeah, he's got the build for football as well.
Yeah, he's Tote Nation. He likes that. He's a running back.
Again, we're
gonna present a little football stuff a little bit later on, and
you guys gonna convert over to Buckeye fans? Is that what I'm hearing?
No.
Don't get carried away, Chad. Okay, we like you, but don't get carried away.
Well, I see you guys have to come to Ohio to get your quarterback, so.
Sometimes.
Hey, the way it's going now, they're getting them from everywhere. They're all going everywhere.
They just shuffle up and see where they land now.
That's it. That's crazy, isn't it?
Oh, it's just bizarre.
We've got about 25 seconds left in the match. Still 2-1.
No, like the portal and everything, does it affect wrestling like it does other sports,
Oh.
especially like football?
Absolutely. I think some of your smaller
Now
schools.
we're talking at the collegiate level.
Yeah, I think some of your smaller schools, some of your MAC level schools, they get an All-American. A lot of times they're
He's gonna
out.
be gone. Yep, he'll be at a big Division I school the next
Uh-oh,
year.
Lockett looks for the. Okay. Oh, nice ankle pick. Nice ankle pick.
4-1 now in favor of the Graham wrestler. That was a big takedown. At the
That
end
was
of the
huge
second
at
period.
the buzzer. And I'll tell you, I think I do feel bad for some of our lower level, smaller schools. They're losing those guys, but I don't blame those guys for wanting to go into big programs too. There is money to be made, for their name and likeness. So I think kids are being rewarded for the work. It's just some of our schools are losing really good guys on that.
Well, and Chad, we talked earlier when we were off the air about where that all could potentially go, and there might be some universities left out if they go to like a super division, teams that have large attendance and have the NIL money. That might leave some universities out of that mix.
Yeah, the future is crazy for the NCAA. It's going to be. I'm just going to get my popcorn and sit back and watch.
Yeah, I hear you.
Again, we're in the second period here. Minute 27 left. Again, we're. Oh, he
goes for the
almost saw
scramble.
some
He's going to
fireworks
lock
there.
that up and go to his back.
Going to start giving up
He's going to
backs.
try the old Dougie West. Okay. My buddy Dougie West won a state championship on a move like that.
And again, he does secure. Still 4-1. And
All
again,
right.
we're talking about freshmen here, and neither one of these two have the build or demeanor of a freshman here in a pretty big environment and just continuing to wrestle hard.
Optional start with a minute left. These two would be fun to watch every year for the next few years.
Gordon's got to get to his attacks here.
Unofficially.
Underhook. There we go. Nice.
Unofficially, we've got 1,500 viewers, listeners on the stream here this evening, and that's just amazing. I think it's because of Steve and Chad.
Well,
or Ralph.
Yeah,
all by himself.
I'd say we at least got 5 or 6 people in.
500 each.
Looking for that turn. We got about 25 seconds left. 6-2 in favor of Hoke. Looking for a tilt.
He's doing everything in his power to get to that tilt. Gordon just keeps elbow and wrist control and
got to get that chop, wrist. Looking like he's going to ride it out here with 5 seconds left. Heading into the third period, 6-2 still. It's been a really solid match for Hoke.
Yeah, again, same as who was right before him.
Well,
Or,
yeah, Chet and
Gunner.
Cramblett. Yeah, I mean, they have really similar types, really similar builds.
I would assume you grow really quickly as a freshman in a room with some of those guys. Right.
Sometimes you have to grow up really fast. Uh-oh, body
a
lock.
few more of our sponsors,
Inside
gentlemen.
trip, right to his back. Trying to keep him balanced. Got to keep those points in. Well, he only had 2 points in. Needed that third.
I'll tell you what, gentlemen, we've got ourselves a pretty nice wrestling crowd here this evening at the Cavalli Center on the Ohio State
knows
University.
How to pull them in.
Yep. I've got some sponsors I got to take care of, gentlemen. David J. Weaver, Esquire, Capri Restaurant in Westmont, Family Dentistry Associates, Dr. Garver, Flair of Country Catering, and, of course, Laurel Asphalt.
No points awarded there at all. Never gave up control, but he's
looking to lock that cradle up.
Gordon is in trouble.
Lock it up.
He's got to get to his belly, get wrist control, and get out.
About a minute 20 left.
Still lots of time.
I tell you what I like about Hoke right now. He's fighting for those extra points. He needs that pin or a tech.
I believe he just warned Gordon for
then
stalling.
Keep your. Yeah, I think
he's got to make some.
He's trying to butcher here. Nope, going back to the cradle.
Ralph, we call that chain wrestling. He's just going from one move to the next. As Gordon blocks, he just continues to go to the next.
So you want to build off of one move. Now, is that something that you would practice in the weight room?
Well, I'd say you guys got a pretty good one. If you want to watch that one, just
every day.
When Bassett does that, if you want to look at chain wrestling, and just look that one up online. You guys should be good.
But again, I'm very impressed by Danny Hoke right now.
Yeah, it's going to be exciting to see what he does during his career at Graham.
Looks like there's a question on the points. And I think there should have been one more escape. I don't think he could have scored a takedown without.
Now coaches are allowed to question that. I mean, then they'll stop it and talk about it.
As long as you do it the correct way, you got to walk to the head table.
Okay.
All right. And make sure they see during a stoppage time.
But again, I think Hoke never's really given up the escape. He just goes back to attacks.
Try another. There he goes.
Front, that low leg cradle there.
Get it.
The old low leg cradle. I haven't seen that in a while. So kudos to Hoke. Doesn't score any points off of it yet, but again has Gordon in not a great position right now.
It's like about 6 seconds left. He's trying. But don't give it up, or it takes that. Oh wow.
Okay, so what happened?
Mad awareness there could have been very bad, because if he would have given up that escape, it goes from a major to just a win, just a decision.
So how many points would the escape?
3 versus 4. Oh yeah, escape would have been 1, but it would have taken it down to a 7-point win.
Yep.
You know, and like we talked earlier, those points will
so
come
now,
into play.
Is this now? Did he score 5 points for Graham? Is that
4? 4 points.
Okay, I'm catching on a little bit.
5 would be a tech fall. 5 would be a tech fall.
He was smart enough to keep the front headlock, and
all
not
right,
give up
Wyatt
control.
Kimmer. He is a freshman, state runner-up in junior high. So just a great young man that's.
We're at 285.
Yep,
correct?
285. Just a great young man that's turned it on every year, and just keeps getting better. He's going to be exciting to watch.
And for the Crushers, we have senior Jordan Butler. Again, Jordan is up a weight class here. But again, Jordan's a solid wrestler.
Him and Wyatt have to be similar sizes, because Wyatt's an undersized heavyweight right now, and he's working his way up. So I think this could be a good match.
Butler's out to an early 2-0 lead. He's got that head pinch, trying to get to a cradle. Comes over with a crossface.
He'd step off that leg, work her way up.
Coach, a lot of guys using that. Lace the ankle.
Yes.
Don't let your opponent get his feet out from under him, and then start working on the 2-on-1s and the head.
And I think that's where we're seeing a lot of our stall calls come from too. Once we lace that up, and then especially in Ohio.
I like guys that use it, but again, some do use it for evil as far as wasting time. And Butler looks like he let him out.
So there is a gray area in wrestling, just like other sports.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. And I guess it just depends on which side you're on when you win.
Again, both guys just real heavy on the head, heavy hands.
You know, if you look at these guys, I mean, this is just a good matchup. You know, two similar sized guys, which, you know, you don't always get as an undersized heavyweight.
That's right.
You know, well, nice slide by. Nothing
Butler's
yet.
got to bring him down to the mat, though. He does,
There.
too.
Good movement by
Tell you
Wyatt.
what.
Got to fight through.
For-
Don't see too many Granby rollers coming from heavyweight, do you?
Both of these guys move very well. And again, might be undersized, but if you can move well at the heavyweight position, he's a little
He's a
Butler's
little
a little
high.
high with the leg,
Yeah.
though.
I'll tell you what, Wyatt gets a lot of his. He's got a huge gas tank. So a lot of wins comes from him getting to the third period. Just a really, really good gas tank. It doesn't stop.
And if you've watched heavyweight matches, sometimes they don't have gas tanks.
Yeah, their gas tank's usually on that first period.
So my daughter-in-law just texted me. My grandson Daxton is a big Ohio State fan, and so he's rooting for Graham right now.
That's a smart grandson.
Well, yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'll have to hold off on some presents here come Christmas. You know.
Santa loves a good Buckeyes fan though. Oh, another slide by.
Butler is decided he's just not going to do leg attacks, and he's
all
just going to do slide
bys.
bys. And hey, can't blame him.
Well, you don't see many legs come in a heavyweight match either.
And Butler's got one in.
See if he can get him high. Wyatt wants to get him high and shake him down. He tripods up there.
Wyatt's smart enough to try to get that ankle out of there as quickly as possible.
And his best friend's right there on the edge if he can just get there.
And it looks like he's broken.
It looks like
45.
he's broke. Yeah, I'd say he was. There we go. There's our gray area. 45 degrees is subjective.
1:14 left in the second period. Team score, it's all knotted up 13-13. This is a big match in the big scheme of things here.
This is huge.
Yeah, this is a really big match.
Again, Butler's just going to be heavy.
He's got to get his head out of there. Got to circle,
down.
got to circle, got to circle. Gives up that 2. Looks like we got up. He's cutting him. 8-2.
Butler looks
minute left. I don't think he gave that one. I don't think he gave up control. There we go. 8-3.
Butler looks a little quicker, but I will tell you, Wyatt is not happy right now, and he is going to do everything in his power.
Yeah, I can tell you he's getting a little more angry by the second here. He's not a big fan of getting taken down and getting cut. So I see him pushing the pace here. But you got to do it smart.
Kind of dove in for that leg a little bit sloppy,
Yeah.
and Butler's going to try to score 2 here again. Butler's got to bring him down. You got to be careful with big guys here, though. That is 2.
Give up the 2.
And, Coach, we've talked a lot in our previous streams about, you know, obviously this is the most physical of high school sports, you versus one person, and the mental aspect is just unbelievable. As far as breaking your opponent or being broken as a wrestler, it's tough.
Well, and let me jump in here. I mean, like, I'm going to say this as professionally as I can. I mean, you're out there in limited garb, in front of an arena full of people going at it, you know, competitively. It's just you against that individual. That's not an easy thing to do. I mean, there's a lot of emotional things involved in all that.
Absolutely. Optional start to kick us. He kicks us out. Yeah, I'd say, you know, that's why this is the best sport. You know, I'm a huge football fan in Ohio State, but this is the best sport out there. You know, a lot of times you're you versus one other guy. You know, performing your best when you feel your worst. You know, and then
nice slide by to a single. But again,
good movement.
Wyatt just dropped his hips down, found the edge of the mat.
You know what I love to see right now, if you're looking at both teams cheering on their guys, getting into the match. A dual meet is, you know, for the team. You know, it's individual when we're out there, but you're seeing these guys cheering on their teammates. Somebody they have blood, sweat, and tears, you know, every day on the mat. This is what's really cool with wrestling. Oh, Wyatt goes in. He's got to get. There he goes. Work his way up. Good defense.
See these scrambles in a heavyweight match.
Yeah, this is
good.
This is excellent.
For the size of these guys, and I know you guys said they're underweight heavyweights, but they're moving pretty quick out there.
Yes,
they both move well.
This is not your typical heavyweight match, but I'll tell you what though, heavyweights become more athletic. You know, as more of our football players get out to wrestle, we're seeing seeing more and more athletic heavyweights get out there. And I mean, you guys were at Ironman, or at least watched Ironman. There's some giant human beings out there.
Yeah, it's fun when you get into the big tournaments and see heavyweights
Oh
that
my
are
gosh.
true 250, super athletic. Again, and we know that transitions very well to the football field at times here.
Yeah, just give me your Power 5 D1 commit on a wrestling mat. We'll teach him how to do something on there.
And Butler just has been really solid on his feet.
Yeah, this has been an excellent match, though. Wyatt was in deep there, wasn't able to finish.
Butler's
Got about 20 seconds. They're trying to. They want to get some backs here to see if they can get that. Oh, he's got locked. He got it.
He has it.
His shoulders up though. His shoulders up though. Oh, he gave him 2 swipes though. So
Butler's gonna readjust.
Oh, he might get the. Wyatt's doing the fight. You got 3,
oh, wow.
2,
This is close.
1.
Oh, great
Woo.
match, both guys.
Wow, that was.
Good
I
fight
have
at
to
the
applaud
end.
those guys.
Yeah.
That was.
Good fight there at the
Yeah.
end. Does take it into a major, but doesn't give up the pin. 4 versus 6 could be huge there.
I got to tell you guys a funny story about Jordan Butler. So I get here and we got to hang the sign, the Crusher Sports Network sign, and I forgot my bungees, the ties. So I saw Jordan. I said, I need your shoelaces out of here. So the shoelaces you're looking at belong to Jordan Butler here that hang the sign, okay?
Thank God for Jordan Butler.
Yeah,
Thank God
sounds
for
like
Jordan
sounds
Butler.
like a good kid.
And again, for our new
I get
viewers
the
now-
feeling there aren't many kids out here that aren't good kids.
No,
okay.
that's an understatement.
You know.
And that's something. I mean, you guys had your sportsmanship prayer to start with, and that's something that, that we value. We're going to be great winners and we're going to be great losers. We're going to make sure we team on that other cheer. We're going to make sure we cheer on that other team, and that we're gracious in everything we do, and we model that from youth up. If a kid gets mad, takes his headgear off, and goes to do something, it doesn't work that way. You get on them, you get them to go back out there, shake the kid's hand, shake the coach's hand. That's why this sport's great. And if you teach them right coming up, you make good human beings, and that's really what we're after.
Yeah, and again, for our new viewers, this is how dual meet should look. Full lineups. The crowd is large here. You got both teams getting on their feet, cheering their guys on to save points, get points. This is what high school wrestling is all about right here.
Yeah, so we're currently at the halftime.
Do you know these people down here, Coach?
I
They're
do.
taking your picture.
Well, they think I'm semi-famous up here.
You are famous, okay? But anyway, so what's happening now, guys?
So a lot of dual meets, you'll take a break about halfway through so you can do a little bit of coaching. And that's kind of what they're doing right now. And a lot of times they go back into their locker room, but they're just staying out. And this is where you coach them up, talk about the second half of the duel, and then, come back out and finish it up.
Well, I got a couple more sponsors to get to, guys. Memorial Highway Chevrolet, Mishler Auction Services, Pro Disposal, Riemann Auto Sales and Service, Sylvian Savings and Loan Association. And while we have this break, I would be remiss if I didn't talk a little bit about campus ministry. The 4 B's of campus ministry at Bishop McCort Catholic High School: belonging, becoming, believing, and beyonding. And Mrs. Rivetti and Father Crookston do a great job of pulling campus ministry together, along with Chris Schumacher, Dylan Dorian, Nicole Fratrich, Morgan Casto, Tim Hornick, Mike Bako, and our administrative team and our entire school. Again, the 4 B's of campus ministry: belonging, becoming, believing, and beyonding. Now, Chad, this is the time where I'm going to bring up the Air Force, okay?
I'm ready.
Now, there's a school out there called James Madison University. I'm sure you've heard of them.
Yeah, I've heard of James Madison.
Played college football at James Madison, okay? And I'm going to give them a shout out because James Madison is going to play Air Force in the Lockheed Martin Armed Forces Bowl on Saturday, December 23rd at TCU Stadium, 3:30 p.m. on ABC. Go Dukes! And because it's the Armed Services Bowl, it's all about honoring those who protect and serve. So we're going to give a shout out to all of our military, our law enforcement, the first responders, trainers, medical personnel, and God bless them all because they're an important part of what happens in this world.
Absolutely. We wouldn't be here able to do these great things without them. So we appreciate that each and every day, more than they'll ever know.
Go Dukes. You going to give me a go Duke, Steve?
Anything for you, Ralph.
Come on.
Go
Come on.
Dukes.
Chad.
Go Dukes.
Okay, I appreciate
As long
it,
as
fellas.
they're not playing the Bucks.
We're not going to be scheduling them anytime soon, I don't think.
Yeah, I don't think that's going to happen.
But James Madison, they really going, they've been going all out for the last 50 years building that athletic program. They've done some great stuff down there.
Yeah, that's did they just lose their football coach?
He went to IU
Yeah,
in
that's
the Big
what I thought.
Ten, and they hired the guy from Holy Cross.
Yeah, he's coming in. He's trying to set the world on fire. He's poking the bear.
Well, you know what? I don't think IU has a choice. They have to do that. They need to do that if they're going to compete with Ohio State and Michigan and Penn State and Iowa.
Well, they're coming in poking the bear. And if you mess with the bear, you know what happens.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. Indiana's pushed us a few times, so.
Well, I know Coach Signetti. I met him. I believe it was his dad that was the head coach at Indiana University of Pennsylvania for a while, and he's a great guy, and he's a tireless worker. That people wonder when he sleeps because he's there all the time. Uh-oh. Now you got to.
Yeah, 50, I don't know what. Yeah, she wants 50-50. You're going to have to go see.
Hey, where's Mom?
And again, for our new viewers, we just wrapped up heavyweight, and now we're wrapping back up to 106, and then going through 106, 113, 20, 26, 32, 38, and 44. So again, they do this now so that not every match comes down to heavyweight, and it gives every kid a chance to be first, last, and somewhere in the middle. So again, now we are wrapping back up to the top of the lineup with our lightweights coming up here after the intermission.
Now, how many daughters do you have, Chad?
I have one daughter and one son.
Well, I had 3 sons and 1 daughter, and the 3 sons were a lot easier than raising my daughter. God bless her, I love her, but she was tough, man.
Yeah, I got a pretty easy one, other than she wants to know what the 50-50 ticket was that was announced.
Hey, I got some more sponsors.
There it is, I hear it.
Yep, I've got some more sponsors here. Stadium Pub and Grill, the Boulevard Grill, the Cat and East Group, Westmont Rexall Drugstore, and Ziggy's Sports. And we thank all those individuals and businesses that do support the Bishop McCort Catholic High School Crushers Sports Network.
And Chad, I was, obviously we were doing our homework a little bit, trying to find matchups and records and all that good stuff. St. Paris Graham is 23-time state champions since 1982 in the state of Ohio. I mean, 23. Yeah, that is pretty incredible.
It's pretty amazing. We've been really fortunate with some great coaches, some hard-nosed kids coming through. Coach McCunn started us off. He's since passed away, but was one of the greatest coaches that I've ever been able to interact with. We've had Coach Jordan. I'm sure everybody knows Coach Jordan. And it's just going on since then. We'd have made another one for COVID. So we had one more in there we should have had.
The COVID year.
So are we going to 106 next?
Yes, sir.
106.
So, Coach, Steve just mentioned about this. Now, are you a fan of how we started at 150? Are you a fan of how they do that so that it doesn't always come down in a tight match to the same wrestlers or the same weight class?
I'll tell you what, it used to be you just start at 106 and went all the way through. We try, but you can also set up premier matchups that way too. So I think having some freedom in there to be able to do that. A lot of times they'll draw out of a bag too, to say, all right, we'll just put all the weight classes in a bag, draw out, and that's where you start. If you've been to many wrestling tournaments and you start with the 106 and you wrestle all the way through, and then by the time you're done, the awards are gone and the heavyweights are out wrestling. You don't see a lot of fans in the stands. So this is a good way to keep fans out there, keep them engaged. I'm a big fan of that. It isn't, sometimes starting with the heavy and ending with the 106, starting with the 106 and
so if this team score continues to stay tight, it could come down to 144.
Yeah, absolutely. That's what we want.
So in a perfect world, that's what it always comes down to the last match.
So both of you guys have been involved in youth wrestling, and I know that Steve works heavily with our elementary program back in Johnstown. But like youth wrestling, if like what are the do's and don'ts for those people out there that might want to be involved in a youth wrestling program?
Well, I'll tell you, just off the bat, just make it fun for the kids. They're, I always tell the young kids, or even my own son, they're not handing out any college scholarships as a sixth, seventh, or eighth grader. So, the big thing for me is just go out there and have fun. If you're learning something every time you're on the mat and coming back and working on it, you learn to be a good sport. You're cheering on your teammates. Make it fun. Coming off the mat, yelling at the kid, anything like that, it doesn't help them love the sport. And that's what we're ultimately looking to do is grow more wrestlers in the sport.
And again, you can start as a first-year wrestler, and you're going to take your lumps. It does teach you a lot of mental and physical preparation for life. I believe that. But again, it's just about getting a little bit better every single day. If you get a little bit better every day, by the time you see these guys as seniors, that progression started when some of these guys 5 years old.
And I'll tell you, we're very fortunate at Graham. We have a really strong youth program, but we also have a more in-depth youth program. It's called Future Falcons, and Coach Obal runs that. Coach Obal is just one of the best youth coaches around, and you can really ask anybody in Ohio what he does for kids, and he'll build anybody up. It doesn't care if it's your first year or you've been wrestling for 8 years. He's going to give you the same time and attention. His son's going to wrestle here in a little while, Blaine DeMarco. So he'll be up here. So he's heavily invested. Has 2 young sons that are going to be coming up through the program. So it's we're really fortunate with what we have at Graham, and there's a reason that we've had so many straight.
I know I'm jumping a little ahead of the script now, but at 126, who do the Crushers have, Steve?
Oh, that's going to be Jax Forrest.
Okay, so that's the head coach's son, and he's wrestling
youth.
Blaine.
Youth head coach, youth wrestling. Oh, your guys'
Yeah.
head coach.
At 126,
Yeah, yes.
I'm going to make a point here that our head coach's son is going to be wrestling Blaine DeMarco, and he spells his last name exactly like I do, and I'm going to be hard-pressed. I'm not sure who to root for on that one.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
There might be some shots under the table here, Ralph.
Yeah. But I don't run into my last name a lot. Let's just put it that way.
I'm guessing that's not a super popular one.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Well, it's popular at my house.
Yeah, absolutely.
And again,
it's not a Smith. How
yeah,
about that?
Exactly. Yes. Okay.
Looks like
and it's not always spelled that way with the capital M. So God bless Blaine and his family.
Jake took a forfeit.
Jake took a forfeit, and a Daylon Britt for the Crushers is going to go up to 113 against Baden Root.
Baden Root's a sophomore, really solid young man. Seen his first varsity action this year. I would be hard pressed not to talk about Jake. Jake's just a tough young man, solid wrestler, 6th at the state last year. Currently ranked 4th at 106, 2-2 at Ironman, 2nd at Crown Point. Just a great kid, hard worker. It's a shame we didn't get to see him wrestle here today.
So we are now at 113. The team score is Graham 19, Bishop McCort 17. We're in the first period of the 113 weight class, 1 minute and 30 seconds.
Indeed,
the clock is moving.
Nybert.
Jump in there, fellas.
Daylon's in on a single here, and then came up to the body. But again, see all these Graham wrestlers using that wizard to their advantage. Guarantee that gets
Drops
preached
down
in their room.
Oh, absolutely.
So we're kind of in a hip-to-hip position here, and again,
gets a 2 to Baden Root.
High hips 1, Root's up 2-0.
Looks to suck him back. No backs, no swipes. See if he gets to stack him up.
Daylon's going to have to put a couple moves together here to get out. Can't be one and done on the bottom here.
Yeah, that's where you see a lot of bottom guys falter. You got to put 1, 2, 3 moves together, and that's, getting up off the bottom is just about a lot of times hard.
He's got a 3/4 Nelson.
Yeah, give that a shot.
Daylon slides his leg out.
Looks like he's going to get his 1 here.
Still in a front headlock position. No
goes
points
to
for it.
underhook. Back to 1.
Now we're to 1. Okay.
Got 20 seconds left.
Graham wrestler, good head position. Daylon's trying to break that head position.
You guys are seeing a pattern between these two schools.
Mhm.
Great position. Oh, nice slide by. See, good defense. Oh, he's going to get that too. Oh, wow.
Good with the
Buzzer beater.
That's big.
Buzzer beater. Flew sidebys. That's pretty heavyweight down to 113.
Again, slide bys can be so effective as a takedown, but then also as your setup,
Yes.
for your leg attack. So I guarantee you we'll see more of that as we come through our light weights here.
Yeah, McCort defers. Root takes down. We always preach you got about 10 seconds to get up. You got to put a few, 2 or 3 things together to get there.
Ritz riding a little bit of a claw as well. Tries to go for the tilt.
Oh, sets through. Got a nice tight waist there.
Root staying in good position, not giving anything up. DeLon's were really tight waist.
It's like he's trying to get him high and kick him over. Locking that ankle.
And both guys continue to move.
Yeah, there's no stalling here. They're still working. He's got the work, kind of sitting on that hip. That's where he'll get in trouble. Got to come off that hip, work side to side.
Keeps trying to trap that arm and try to get to his tilt.
So I'd say he's got a decent tilt with that tight waist. So I've got just under a minute. Got to work up here. Get to your feet to get one.
And the referees are letting him go here, and I think rightfully so for this case. I mean, they're both working for positioning. They're both trying to
They're
get
both
to,
working.
Yeah.
They're not just staring at each other,
Yes.
for lack of a better way to say it.
Looking for that
And he's
tilt.
trying to get to that tilt.
Get 2 swipes. Yes,
He
he
did.
did. Yes, he did.
That was on the edge of the mat too.
Got to pull that off. Pull that hand off. Now work his way up. There you go. A little more urgency after you give up those 2 swipes. 4-3.
10 seconds left.
There. That's what we needed. Look for a chin whip. Not quite there. All right. Hey, we got a match.
4-3 here. I don't think that.
Take a top. I bet you could count on one hand how many times we normally take top during a wrestling season.
And again,
Is it easier to be on the?
I mean, you're
less likely to score.
Yeah,
Let's put it that way.
Yeah.
Less
Okay.
likely. Doesn't mean you can't.
If you're on top.
Correct.
Yeah. So you're kind of banking on getting an escape when you go down.
And DeLon,
But he rode him out for a whole period
Yeah.
and got a turn. So, I think that was a smart move.
but again, Root's in good position here. DeLon's trying to put legs in, but Root is just keeping good position, not letting him get those in deep. And again, now he does. It looks like we have blood.
It'd be interesting if they put some riding time in high school
Oh,
or a push out. I'm good.
I'd be good with both.
Yeah. I think we start with the push out. I think that would really increase the pace.
Okay, what do you mean by a push out?
So if you're looking freestyle, if you're watching the Olympics and they're fighting on their feet and they push the one guy out of bounds, there's a point awarded for the guy that pushed him out. So once he leaves the circle, there's a point awarded.
So because you overwhelmed him
Yes.
or were able to knock him off the playing surface.
Yeah.
Is that
Perfect
what you're saying?
explanation. Perfect.
Yeah. So it's
Okay.
kind of like it's on your feet stalling. Because
Okay.
you just got pushed out of bounds. So I mean, it's
So
saying,
if you
hey,
continue to back out of bounds, your opponent's going to get a point.
Okay.
So it
that
stops you from
makes
doing
good.
it. Yeah.
Hey, I learned something every day on this stream. Honest
what do you
to gosh.
think about the 3-point takedown? I mean, I think that
Now I have no idea what you're talking about there.
We can't yell 3. That doesn't sound good. No, listen, again, more points I think is totally fine. Reward these guys that are going to put on a show on their feet.
I'm with you. It's just hard to justify a 4-2 score if you've got 2 takedowns and 2 escapes. So
I just don't
I'm
know
all
what
about
everybody will yell.
I
And since you brought up Olympics, I will get my one shot in on Chad. You know, you had a wrestler here a few years ago by the name of David Taylor.
Yeah.
Obviously, probably one of the best wrestlers of our generation, if ever. I mean, obviously
He was this size as a freshman.
Yeah, he was 106 as a freshman here at Graham, and obviously had an illustrious career at Penn State, which again I know will hurt Chad a little bit. So I had to get my
it did hurt a
shot
little
in there
bit,
where I can.
but I'll always root for him. Just great young man when he was there. Great man now. I don't think anybody reps the sport better than he does.
I actually looked through my phone. I have a picture of my son when he was 6 at the Nittany Lion Open with David Taylor. Stopped in the middle of campus to take a picture with us.
Yeah, that's so cool.
Great guy.
Just a great guy.
And where did he go?
He probably Ohio State was runner-up. I'm sure at that one. He's probably listening now. I'm sure with our 1500.
And again, we are.
Oh, there's an escape.
4-3 here now.
Got 30 seconds. They're pushing it here.
DeLon is in on a single. Root staying in good defensive position here.
Watch it pop and go is what he's going to try.
He is. He's trying to just get hands, and he's got to go, though. We only got 14 seconds here. Britt needs 2 to tie this up.
He's going to tie him up here with his elbows. Got double elbow binds under. Oh, tries to set through. Gets him on the back. Good match. Good match.
I'll tell you what. Everybody for lack of a better term, on both benches, they're into this thing, man.
Oh, they want it.
Yeah,
they
are. They are
smell
just.
it. They want it.
Yeah, this is exciting stuff. It really is.
Baden Root with the 7-3, so that's a decision. And setting up a 120-pound clash, Elijah Rowe from St. Paris Graham and Lincoln Sledjanowski from Bishop McCort.
Yeah, Elijah, this is he didn't start wrestling until late in his career. This is actually just his second-year wrestler. So it's exciting to get him out and get him some matches this year. And I know he's really enjoying it and having fun. And you can just imagine coming out as a second-year wrestler, heading to Ironman and then Crown Point.
Yeah, it's that's no joke start to the season for both of our teams.
Quick throw to the back.
And Lincoln did win the Carnahan Invitational, so he was one of our champs. So again, Lincoln's going to get to his attacks very quickly. Lincoln's quick.
What grade's Lincoln?
Lincoln's a sophomore. But again, you're going to notice just a lot of low singles.
Looks very smooth.
And we are at 6-2 now in favor of Lincoln.
Minute 18 left.
Low single again, makes it 8-2. And Lincoln's going to just continue to push the pace here.
Looks to lock that cradle up. Got it.
That looks fairly tight. You got to get that bottom knee in the hip. Referee's holding 3 near fall points.
He's got those lanky arms. I'm guessing this isn't his first cradle.
No. If you're built like that, you better cradle somebody.
Yeah, that was one of my favorite. The old crossface cradle is probably my favorite.
That's a little bit tighter this time, but again, still, he'd put that bottom knee in the side, forehead to temple. There he goes. That's tighter.
Running away from the crossface cradle is what I would do.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, you would want to do that.
I would want to get away from that. That does not look like fun at all. Okay.
Yeah, it's definitely not one you like to be in that position.
Sledjanowski by fall there. Again, he tightened that cradle up and finished off.
I love the sportsmanship. I really do. I mean, you're out there knocking each other around, and then you go shake everybody's hand, and you move on. There's another day to wrestle.
I think that's what you see with these teams. You can tell how well coached they are by how their wrestlers react in any situation.
Team score is McCort 23, Graham 22, and I don't think it gets any tighter than that, fellas.
Yeah. So we got Blaine DeMarco. We talked earlier. This is he's a freshman. He was a junior high state runner-up last school year and currently ranked 11th.
Well, I love his last name. Let's just put it that way.
Number 1 with that, correct?
He's got the greatest last name in the entire world.
And for the Crushers, Jax Forrest is 10-1 on the season, and again has some accolades. He was Ironman runner-up, won the Carnahan Invitational, and yeah, if we talked about chain wrestling a couple matches ago,
This is
Ralph.
this is it.
This is it. This is what it looks like.
Yeah, this is
Just to reinforce it, you're trying to work one move to another move to another move, and you want to get moves that work well.
oh, like in trying for a neck wrench there. It was almost a bit of a flying squirrel there.
Yeah. Again,
Yeah,
if you saw our warm-ups, you would not be surprised.
We're getting the word
nature.
that we lost a stream, fellas, so we're going to do the best we can. If they can still hear us,
Okay.
not sure if they can still hear us, to paint the picture.
Well, if nothing else, we'll talk to each other through these headsets while we're finishing. Watch this.
We sound good to each other, I think.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Gibson with another takedown.
Takes it 13-3. Going for Cutnam. 13-4. Minute left. Second period.
Little throw by to a single. Just solid. And Ralph, we talked about these moves setting the groundwork for the next move, and that's what Gibson's doing here.
Oh, headlock.
Oh, big headlock.
He knew what he wanted. He went after it. That is going to be tight.
Gibson working for the fall here.
He's fighting. I'll give it to.
We have a stoppage with 30.
Blood? Oh, we had a potential or illegal hold. I think he was using his arm over his face.
Yeah. But it didn't look like it ever changed.
I didn't think so either.
The same
I wonder
position.
if. The secondary ref.
So are there concerns with officials, like when a certain hold, like eyes and things of that nature, that they will just say, hey, that's not good. We got to get away from that.
Yeah, you're going to have an illegal hold, and they're going to stop that right away, and there'll be a penalty point awarded to the other man. They're always looking for that. And anytime you can have two officials on the mat, it's.
Chad, you're in a tough. I don't want to call that hold.
You know what? I'm in education. I don't know
Yes, we hear you. But you're in some kind of wire hold there, so you can't really move too much.
I might be getting pinned.
We do apologize for that. Best that we can. We're not going to lose our minds over this. We're having fun and we're seeing a great wrestling match.
strive for something that plays to this is the pace. When he has fun, you know, he's out there.
Our next match at 144 pounds. From St. Paris Red, Rogan Tucker. From McCort, Sam Herring.
Sorry, gentlemen, you're back at it.
Okay, good. Yeah, so I'd say we've saved some of the best for last year for Graham, 144 Grogan Tucker. You know, to me, this is some of the heaviest hands in the sport. He has the heaviest hands to snap down with. He's two-time state champ, coming in as a junior. So he had that goal this year. He was 5th at Super 32. He's currently ranked number 1 at 32 on World Fans ranking 144. He was 8th at Ironman, 2nd at Crown Point, and leading at NC State. He's got that NC State style too. Real heavy-handed, chain wrestling, fun kid.
Chad and Steve, we've got to think about if we're going to pull up a wrestler from each school and chat them up a little bit. We might have to send Ian down there and chase the coaches around and see if we can get those comments.
We off, that's why I'm not sure I'm here.
No, we're on. I got him.
Good. Back?
So we're back.
Okay.
Yeah, we cut out twice there.
Thank you, Ian, for hustling and making it happen. The technology doesn't always work the way you want it to work.
Yeah, tech can sometimes fight. Hey, I think it was the amount of people you had listening in who crashed your site.
Well, I'm sure there's some Graham fans.
Yeah, absolutely. We shared that. For sure. Looks like we got a 2-1 match here. We have about 10 seconds left in the first. Again, Brogan, just another stud to come out of Graham. Again, what I call the heaviest hands.
So Steve and Chad, I'd like you guys to be thinking about you. You picked the fourth guy, you picked the Graham guy, and you send Ian down there to chase him around and find him.
Yeah,
wrestler can be. And that's what you guys want.
Yeah, so I'm gonna follow wait to the end of this match right here.
And I think the best way to do that, I think I'm going to step away, let you guys interview those fellas and we'll come in and finish up the stream. What do you guys think? You guys okay with that? You guys know a lot more about wrestling than I do. You might be able to ask a lot better questions. And feel good about what they accomplished.
Lock that up. Waist step in. Yeah, they're not comfortable. I was gonna say they're not comfortable. That's what they can push them much enough. Figure it out and start feeling comfortable in those areas. Oh my God.
Well, our producer is in the picture.
That's been that is one of the toughest moves. Especially when you get that far even. When it's off college move,
Really makes it crazy. Now that team score is accurate, right?
yes, that'll be a problem. Great. Great group.
Yep.
I don't think we should take that. I'm not happy with it coming out of the ball, but that was a win. And
We're just happy to be here and get this competition. Yeah, I mean, now have you? I'm sure you've been in this facility before.
actually, I have I mean, one.
That was ridiculous.
Yeah, they put a stage here.
It's a really cool
They
facility.
light fire up and run out of.
Okay.
That's a good show. Talk about it.
In 3 weeks, and then really win.
Yeah, that's hard. Yeah, I think they're. Yeah, they can come out. Yeah, they can come out.
They might be better than Coach Roman Tucker than we were.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, fellas. I'm gonna be very upfront. I don't know all the rules and all the regulations, but you guys did a great job here tonight. I've gotten a lot of positive feedback, and I just really appreciate you guys. I don't want to get ahead of us because we'll say our goodbyes here in a little while, but it's been great. I've had a blast.
Yeah, it's
You
been
guys
fun.
made my job easy.
To take a show on the road. Yeah. I'm sure somebody will listen to Hires to come on the commentate matches.
You know, to have
Just do
1,500
Powerade. I think is Flo listening? Maybe the guys they
Yeah, they could probably. This is our tryout.
they maybe yeah.
This is our tryout. Gotta give a shout out to Ryan Zedler. He runs a good high class. He's a big part of it. For pushing this. No, no, that was just more.
Ian, I'll try to get our guy first. That's Owen McMahon. Okay? Yeah, we need broken puck. You know everybody up here that you can see. Great thing. That's a fantastic thing.
Hey, buddy, you asked Rogan to come up here and be four times. Look up. Yeah, if you would sign that. He's right there. He's right next to you.
And
That one.
wrestler from Grand come up.
Yeah. Brogan will be up here.
Ladies and gentlemen, as we go meet the wrestling score. Additional
You can ditch the headsets. Alright. Alright, here. Here, you can ditch the headset.
Ditch the headset? Yep.
We're just gonna use...
Are we done?
Oh, we're gonna get our interviews in.
Yeah.
Get him in?
Yep. Here, I'm flipping this.
Ready? Put the seat Brogan.
No headset, no headset.
Don't need a headset.
Nope.
You got it, gentlemen.
Great match. I was waiting to the end there to pull that one out. So, you're Graham outstanding wrestler today. So, just kind of want to talk through what you were thinking in that match.
You know, I got down early in the beginning of the match. I knew from watching if I last the match out, he was going to get tired, basically. So I just kept on him. I felt it when he was on top. I felt him start to loosen up, so I knew he was getting tired. So I had to keep on him, and then in the last couple seconds, I've done it before.
Yeah.
I knew I could take him down. I just had to get to a shot where I had a big enough angle to score because shooting him straight on shots, he's got really good defense. He shot my head, I couldn't move. He's pretty strong too. So I knew if I got to my shot, I hit a cutback, got right to the Turk. We've been working on the Turk. Justin Sigley's been pounding it into our heads non-stop. Turk, muscle memory, got to it, put him on his back, secure it.
Absolutely. So, huge win. I think that's a ton of momentum heading into the rest of the season. What's it mean to wrestle at Cabelli with teammates like this?
Oh, it's an amazing atmosphere to be able to wrestle on a college facility like this. And, you know, it's top program in the country too, so it's a great feeling to get a win in here and be there with my teammates along the way.
What's your goals for the rest of the season?
Score points, win matches, and get my third state title.
Brogan Tucker, heaviest hands in wrestling. I love it.
Congratulations, buddy.
Hey, thank you.
Hey, good job. That was not your fault. You wrestled good.
We're going to bring in Owen McMullen here. So the Crusher wrestler of the match. Again, Owen, we did give a shout out to Aunt Melissa. So she will be excited. Hopefully you'll get some good Christmas presents.
Texas, right? Was it Texas?
Texas.
Yeah.
So we talked in the broadcast about how hard it is to continuously see a guy and beat the same person over and over. And today I picked you because you widened the gap.
Yeah.
You scored a lot of points. You looked comfortable in every position. Walk us through your match a little bit and how you found success.
Yeah, so I wrestled him at Ironman 2 weeks ago, and then at the Carnahan wrestling tournament a week ago, and I beat him by 3 points each match. And he's a good wrestler. You know, he holds great position, and he's really strong. He's really big for the weight class, I think. But yeah, Coach Bassett told me before the match, you know, after wrestling those 2 matches with him, that you know, if you just keep putting on the pace and get to your feet, he told me I was way better on his feet than him. So I just kept pushing the pace, getting my leg attacks, and wind the gap. I was really proud of my performance.
I think you had 4 takedowns.
Yeah.
And again, got a set of back points in there as well. So I know Coach will be very pleased with you scoring points, and we appreciate you coming up here and spending some time with us.
Yeah.
So preparation-wise, what's next?
Powerade. We got Powerade in less than a week, and I'm shooting to win a Powerade title, All-American, whatever I can do, and I'm just really excited for it.
Get on the podium at Powerade.
Yeah.
That's the name of the game. So, Owen, thank you. We're our Crusher wrestler of the match.
Thank you, guys. Appreciate it.
Can you get all 3 of us in?
Yes, sir.
Guys, why don't you come on right up here? Okay, all right. I want to thank Steve and Chad for helping us out on the Crusher Sports Network God bless everybody and safe travels wherever you're headed. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. Fellas, any last comments?
Great duel. That was fun.
This is what it should look like every week.
Absolutely. Safe travels back. Thank you, guys. That was excellent.
That was good.
Thank you.
Take care. God bless you. Good luck to you, my brother.
Thank you.
Okay.
Make sure Dad gets you some